this is the end of our walk, and I've got to say it's been one of the pleasurablest walks I've had. There's been a lot in it. We started off at Egton Bridge Church. We went past Egton Bridge railway station, and then we took the route that Tony had on his phone. The first thing we hit was the mortuary church, which was, you know, unusual, just in the middle of nowhere.
Commonwealth Graves.
Commonwealth Graves, yeah. And we went through farmland. The paths were brilliant, really well signposted. We then came to the stepping stones.
Oh yes.
And at the stepping stones, it was, the river was wild, as you'll see on the video. While we were deciding whether we should go for it, we saw the most ginormous salmon. And I know that people, the fishermen, go, oh, my fish was this big. Well, I swear down, the salmon was...
Oh, it's bigger than that.
It was
6 foot.
It was brilliant. It was really camouflaged. Then after that, we went down through the woods and into Glaisdale. Yeah, after Glaisdale, we did Beggars Bridge. And then after Beggars Bridge, we came up through the woods via the river. We came up the steps that the monks had put down. That I think it's a walk from Whitby to Helmsley. And I feel like I've missed something out, but you know, what a lovely walk.
Yeah.
What a nice way to spend a Wednesday.
About 6.5 miles. Probably.
Hope you enjoyed the video, and catch you again. And remember, spring in your step. So we're at Egton Bridge. We stayed in the van last night in the car park over there. As long as you have something to eat in the pubs, then you can stay for free. This is the Horseshoe Hotel. So we're going to start our walk. It's a circular route and it's 6 miles approximately. No doubt me and Tony will get lost, because we always do. So we're coming out of the hotel and we're heading up to
Train station.
the train station. Morning.
Morning.
Do you know what this trail's called at all? Or is it just a...
Just called the Mortuary Chapel and Beggars Bridge Loop.
Oh yeah,
From Egton Bridge.
Beggars Bridge. Yeah, so that's the bridge that all the beggars go to. We're thinking, because we came in last night, that this is actually Egton Bridge.
Yeah.
The bridge
The
at
bridge.
Egton. Bye, that river's been high. Can you see?
Oh yeah.
where it's come round the top.
Yeah. The stepping
That's
stones
how-
might be a bit flooded at the moment.
Yeah. So there, Egton Bridge. It's got a plaque. Reconstructed in 1993. This beautiful, this. Look at this. Is this the mortuary then, or is this a church? Can we just have a little look?
Yeah.
Look at all the decorations. It's beautiful. That must be Mary looking after Jesus when he's come off the cross. Yeah, beautiful.
Right, the train station. So this is where it's supposed to start from. Yeah. Follow the up, about 26 yards, and then the right and follow the street.
That must be probably start. I suppose it's how far down the road we've gone before, because this is the railway station.
Yeah.
Just a footpath, look.
I should put my glasses on maybe.
Look, footpath.
Yeah. Towards Lelham Hall.
Oh, well, that says Lelham Hall on the gate. Well, this looks like a church, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like converted it into a barn. Something. 1888. They're big geese out there.
See, there's a path on there.
We're up there, are we?
Yeah.
Gosh, good job I've got you with me. It'd be good if it was snowing, you could sledge down it.
So this is for 0.8 of a mile from down there. Then we turn left on it onto Higtop Lane. Very autumn like,
Yeah.
autumnal.
When you climb up, you've got to go back down, don't you? Another gate. So where do you reckon we go from here then?
Straight up.
Off with the layer.
Thank you. Yep.
Up to the next gate.
Yeah. Sorry, sheeps, we ain't got anything.
Nothing. Just a video. No. And straight in front of us, we can see gravestones. So it must be very near the mortuary. So we're heading down this path here. I'm the camera woman today. Tony's the map reader. Public footpath.
They're covered with daffodils.
Oh, this place is usually covered in daffodils, Tony tells me. People come and at that time of the year just to come and see the daffodils. War graves. Yeah, so popular then.
We've seen a few of these around the North
Yeah.
Yorkshire Road, haven't we?
We have. So this mortuary is actually larger, I think, than the church at Upleatham, the smallest church in the UK. With its bell, 1861. You know, in your 60s, you can actually change your lifestyle. Get out walking more like us. So, am I just following this path?
Oh, that's cool. I know where that's it, we've got left. Anyway, down here.
I bet these, they look beautiful though. You know, these trees, look at these trees. We're only about 1.5 miles into our 6-mile walk.
See the yellow posts?
So we're going down.
Yeah.
Yes, so there's a path coming in there from the right. Look above. Yeah, that must be where all them things are hanging in the trees. Whoever's put that there.
Been there a while.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody's put these over here to get over the bridge. Over the little beck. And are we through those trees, do you reckon? A nice place to have a picnic.
Oh, be in the bright blue sunshine soon.
Up, up, up. Now, which way do you reckon it is? Ah, over there. Can you see the sty in the distance? So we've made it to the sty. So down past cows. Oh, there's a signpost down here, Tony. Right, are we going to Glaisdale? Are we heading to Glaisdale? Yeah. Right, it's through that gate. It's been well signposted really so far, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We would have got lost though without that.
Yep.
You know.
First point.
Yeah. We would have done.
Because it wasn't very well signposted.
That the beginning wasn't signposted very well at all, was it?
No.
I've had one experience. Can't look. Different time. Remember? Through the gate.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a strange type of road, isn't it, as well? Look. Go down into Glaisdale. Not much of a farm down there. Right, so we've come down this road and the road ahead goes straight into Glaisdale, but our map says we should go to the right. If we go to the right, it just takes you around a circle and then back onto this road. But this is the way that the map says to walk. So we should actually go this way to do the walk properly. This is Thornhill Farm. Down here. Oh, it's an organic herd. So we've come down the track. You can see Thornhill Farm looks like it's in the front, but our app says we take the left turn. So here we go. Left through this gate. Rid of that string. Where are we going?
There's a style up there, look. Up at the very top.
Oh, is that a bull?
He's on the other side of the fence, isn't he?
No. He's down in the valley. Over the sty. And then we go down that one, do we? It's Westbank Farm. We're walking down now. Westbank Farm. We're going down again. Down, down, down. The road into the farm. Now we just continue on, I think, Tony.
Yeah.
We're doing holiday lets. They've all got holiday lets down here on the farm. Nice little coloured birds along here.
Mm.
Can you see them?
Yeah. Lots of them.
Yeah. So we're going over this little bridge.
It's on the footpath.
Oh, right.
We go the footbridge further round.
Because that's a sign with a little yellow thing on.
And well, this is what my thing is here. We go over the proper bit. That's the River Esk, that.
Yeah.
but further round, and then we turn right.
Okay. Just is a bit surprising because we followed all them little
Yeah, I know, but
little yellow signs all the way down, aren't we? To the right, is it?
yeah,
I feel like this is. I feel like we're walking into the river.
yeah, that's right.
I feel like we've come to a dead end, Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big river. We're not going to get across there.
Yeah.
Oh,
are we?
oh no!
So the stepping stones.
Oh my God! This could be a bit of a nightmare. Well, I'm just thinking how slippy it is.
Yeah. Well, that bridge. Where does it take you to?
Which it doesn't.
It doesn't. Yeah, so it's a stepping stone.
I mean, they're okay apart from that one.
Oh, that's a good comparison.
We are slippy.
Oh. Go on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, you're going the wrong way. Go on. Too busy looking for salmon. Oh.
High five. We got from you. Brilliant. We just needed a bit of Dutch courage. Up Bank Lane.
Towards Rake Farm.
Oh, Wreck Farm. Not old Wreck Farm, eh? Yeah, that was amazing though, that salmon, absolutely amazing. Nice thing to
See
say.
it splashing with the my legs on that bit.
Yeah. Gosh. Oh, so yeah, we've just got down the path. Rake Farm, Blaisdell, North Yorkshire Moors. So if you get the train from Middlesbrough to Whitby, which a lot of people do just for the ride, because it goes through all these valleys, all these places. Oh. And yeah, it's lovely. It's a railway, and that way is to Whitby.
Oh, that big stick.
There's a sign up there on that big stick.
Yeah.
Through that gate.
Yep.
Oh, we're only half a mile from Garsdale. And it looks like it's going to be downhill from here.
Through the gate, I think. We did say go across the field.
Because that's the railway straight in front of us.
So at the end of this field we turn right.
There's the little ponies.
Oh, there.
Shetlands. Whoa!
So we've seen a squirrel and a salmon,
Yeah.
all beginning with S,
And
a Shetland,
And Shetland.
beginning with an S,
Yeah. And some birds beginning with an S.
seagulls.
No, well,
No stags, that because we need a stag for the S.
yeah. Oh, the train's come in. The train! I can hear it. There it is. The train from Whitby to Middlesbrough. Yeah, it's beautiful down here, isn't it? Look at this. And there's the river. There's the bridge the train goes across.
We actually follow the river all the way into Glaisdale.
Yeah. Which is not long.
To Glaisdale.
Half a mile. Yeah. So across the field to another little gate. So you're saying this Our route doesn't really take us into Glaisdale, does it?
No, Fairfax is great.
Yeah. But if we want to go for a coffee and a cake, we'll just have to take a little detour. So there's a sty, like a wall sty here. Do we go over that, or are we just continuing round?
Yeah, we'll go straight across there.
Oh, we have to, because there's
By the river.
no continuing round. Yeah. Yeah, down the path then, towards the river. I mean, the paths have not been bad at all, have they really? Quite surprising.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a peacock. This looks like a holiday let as well. That salmon swam all the way up here, Tony.
Yeah. I wonder if it's
I mean, how beautiful is that? Yeah, absolutely beautiful down there. Whoever owns it's very lucky. The old Miller's Wood. Yeah, and this is our gate. Oh, that sun's bright. My eyes. I think we go that way. So we've probably got about 2 miles left of the walk. Anyway, we're coming out of Glaisdale now. And
alongside the river again.
alongside the river, and I don't know where we're heading. Them houses over there. 'Cause it says we're still in Glaisdale, doesn't it? We haven't come to the Glaisdale railway station yet, which I thought we had, but...
No, I think it's just around the corner, I think.
Ooh. The Arncliffe Arms!
The Arncliffe Arms.
Arncliffe Arms. What did I say?
Ainscliffe. Ainscliffe Cemetery, is a Woolpack.
Ah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I was getting confused. Yeah. Oh, hello, puppy. Is it down here, is it?
Looks like it.
Ooh. Here we go. Oh, there's a little bridge.
Oh, a little bridge.
Little bridge. Because we haven't got to the bridge yet, have we? The Beggar Belief Bridge. Oh, I know where we are. I know exactly where we are.
You said that. Dad.
We're at the bridge where you park there. And loads of people come here picnicking, don't they? It's very picturesque. That must be the kissing, that must be the bridge. Beggar's Bridge. Yay! Yeah, this is why it's popular. People come and park here and have picnics. This is the train, railway bridge. Yeah. Right, it's on the bridge. You can take the picture. The famous bridge. I was going to do it from there.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm taking a picture of this.
Cricket pitch. You can see why it's a beauty spot. I bet it's beautiful to watch a steam train come across here, Tony. So we've been to the Beggar's Bridge, enjoyed it. Going back under the railway track, and we're going to go back up them steps and turn left. So, up the steps, down the path by the river. Great path. Heading down by the river, heading back to Egton Bridge. Now, where are those stones? You know, this is it, the monk stones, where the monks walked from Whitby to Helmsley. Yeah, these stones. Right up to the top. I mean, they're well worn. You can feel underfoot in the middle. Don't know if you can see it on the camera, but they're definitely well worn. Oh, I'll have a rest. Yeah, the monk's pilgrim path this. Didn't realise it was as long as this. I thought it was just a few stones. Yeah, it's a woody woodland, isn't it? Along here. I keep expecting a deer to jump out. Or am I just hoping? Yeah. Can't hear the river at the moment. Yeah, so we've come through the woodlands here. Going up to the gate, coming out of the woodlands, we can hear the river again. So I'm expecting this sign to say Egton that way. Oh, thank you. Egton Bridge and coast to coast. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so straight down here is Egton Bridge. Yeah, so we come to a ford. In fact, you could probably walk across this one, Tony. Not the bridge, I mean the road. It doesn't look like there's any water on it at all. The water's going underneath it, look. In the pipes. Yeah, the water's going underneath it, isn't it, at the moment? We're almost back to the Horseshoe Hotel. So, the final few steps to the Horseshoe Hotel. Back to where we started. It says Home Hotel and Farm Shop. Didn't see a shop there.
Yeah, farm. That's that green shop. Oh, the one next to the green.
Oh, is
I
it?
think it's the farm shop.
Yeah. So yeah, we're back from our walk.